Welcome back to the channel. My name is Seth. You're watching Mind Your Biz, and in this episode, we're going to do a quick unboxing and completely unbiased, unsponsored review of Arculus Wallet. Is it really any good? Don't go anywhere. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the channel. Smash that button, all the buttons, subscribe, bell icon, share. You know all the buttons down below this video. Make them all, squeal, because you slap them so hard. Arculus Wallet, you've probably heard about it. It's been out for some time. You've probably seen people coming back from Bitcoin Miami 2022 with that in their gift bag. They were one of the main sponsors of that event. And they've been at a couple of the main trade shows for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency Web3 meetups in 2022, really making a splash. But you saw my interview probably with one of their leads there at Consensus 2022. And of course, the big question for me was, is it really any good day to day? I mean, it's a cool idea. It's very, very secure. I like that it has combines something you have with something you know, including something you are if you want to have biometrics attached to unlock the wallet or the software component of the wallet. But I needed to get my hands on one. And the team there was gracious enough to hand me one right there and say, hey, you know what? Put it through its paces. Take a quick look. Tell us what you find. Let us know if anything is difficult. And then, of course, publish your findings. They were totally cool about me saying, like, you know what, I might actually say something not so great about it once I open it up and start to use it. So without further ado, let me roll the unboxing footage right now. And I'm just going to go over the website so you can see that the website has some instructions and stuff, but pretty much everything you need to see is going to be shown in my unboxing and then my phone screen capture footage. Yeah, I did a little bit of the process of setting it up and I found a couple of things, but I'll tell you as we go. First off, this is the site, getarculus.com. I do not have an affiliate link. I do not have a referral code. Why? Because I don't feel that strongly about it yet. And long story short, this is not going to be my daily driver, right? If you came here to ask, is it good? Yes, it's good. Is it good enough to be my daily driver in terms of ease of use? The answer to that for me is a no. And the largest reason is because I need to use IBC-enabled wallets. I need to be able to interact with Kepler Wallet with a hardware signing device, and Arculus simply does not have that support yet. At some point in the future, if they add it, I would strongly consider using Arculus more regularly because of the sort of three-factor, triple-factor authentication that you can use. Something you have, something you know, and something you are, right? Biometrics, right? Being able to combine those three components. But again, let me jump out of the way, show you the website. Crypto and NFT security made simple. It's pretty awesome. They've got a lot of really great breakdowns, plenty of videos showing you how to set it up, but I'm going to show you my footage here off to the side anyway. 20 years of innovation. Their team is actually quite impressive. I must say that. Meeting the team directly at Consensus 2022, I was thoroughly impressed with the professionality of the Arculus team. They've definitely put great thought into making something that's more secure than the typical hardware wallets that most people use. Now, by any other name, the Arculus wallet itself is essentially a very, very smart NFC device, right? So here's the box. You see me unboxing it, of course, on the video as well, but it's a very, very smart NFC device and app combo. So the NFC device itself, now, do I know exactly which NFC standard it uses? Is it MyFair? Is it one of the NTAG standards? I don't think that really matters right now. I think for most people's usage patterns, that the type of NFC transfer that it does is not the most important thing. What does matter is that it doesn't seem to be easily detected for easy skimming. It didn't just trigger the NFC chip on my phone outside of the context of using the Arculus Wallet app. So that's a huge plus for them to do that correctly. Otherwise, for those of us who are a little more tech savvy, a little more nerdy, we would ask, well, why wouldn't I just go get a bunch of NTAG or MyFair NFC either cards or stickers from Amazon, cheap? Send them to myself and then, use that as some kind of a hardware authentication device, because I can do that for other two-factor authentication services as well when I'm trying to unlock something, whatever else. This has been the case for the better part of 10 years now. If you've been into the Android scene, you're not a stranger to NFC as a technology. Well, Arculus does a really good job of identifying itself as pairing to that application. So I didn't just randomly sense it. Now, did I use advanced NFC detection and writing tools on my phone? No, I didn't. I don't think that's the most common thing for most people. It is possible an attacker may be interested in that. So without going too far down that rabbit hole, I don't mean to like FUD the Arculus security model. What I'm saying is that I think that my experience of it was pretty robust, and that I think it's going to be most people's experience of it. And as a threat vector, I don't think there are a whole bunch of people lying in wait, with their NFC skimmers saying like, okay, goody, I finally found somebody with an Arculus wallet. I'm going to go skim it. I don't imagine that's the person who you're up against as an adversary trying to steal your keys. But stranger things have happened, so maybe at some point in the future, that will be a threat vector that Arculus holders have to worry about. But the team, I really do believe them. I think that they're very sincere. The biometric lock, something right? A 6-digit numeric PIN, and something you have, the key itself. I mentioned it before, that 3-factor authentication. This is kind of the holy grail, the trifecta of security, if you will. Most people who work in InfoSec prefer that everybody who's trying to guard a secret, whether it's your password at a workstation or it's the nuclear codes, right, to at the White House, most people would prefer that at least these 3 factors of authentication are necessary, including a separate person to also input keys that require them to have 3 factors of authentication. That's kind of the holy grail, multi-sig of some type. So imagine using all these 3 factors on a multi-sig vault in Ethereum. Pretty powerful thing, right? For sure that at least that one key really can't be compromised easily before they even start to get into the vault. So pretty great and robust security model. I appreciate this is the direction that they took, and I think that more hardware wallet manufacturers should take a page out of the Arculus playbook. And I mean that very sincerely. I mean, even Bitcoin maximalist developers who are making Bitcoin-only wallets could take a lesson from Arculus in this respect. Combining something you are with something and something you have is very, very powerful. So anyway, I know I've been harping on that, but here's the thing. I want you to hear that 3 times, guys. It really is that important. So yeah, moving down, one thing that was a little bit less well, we'll just say convenient for me was the fact that it had to be used with their application. I mean, but that's not new, right? If you're an Exodus wallet user, you're used to only using Exodus. If you're a big fan of MetaMask, well, you can't really use Ethereum or any of the EVM chains without using some kind of a wallet with a software component, wallet software to help you manipulate and sign with those keys. So this is just kind of a reality. And if the group that's making the hardware device, the hardware signing device, also makes the software, you could argue that's much better security. What I'd love to know is that more of this stack is open source. I realize that may come across as an anti-competitive thing for the Arculus team, but for most of us in the space, contributing to the open source and helping people know that that you are so confident in your code that you're willing to open it up, it's a huge gesture of goodwill so that third parties can audit your code and know for sure that things are on the up and up. Things are okay. There are no back doors. There are no analytics bugs, or what we would consider bugs, but analytics and telemetry bugs spying on us and giving away all of our usage patterns to somebody else. Certainly in a world where, yours truly and others live on TikTok as well, like some of these somewhat compromised applications, every extra bit of security that we can get is a step in the right direction. So you should be seeing in my video footage as well, the unboxing and of the setup, that I've set up the wallet software. And for me, here's where my experience, though it was good most of the time in setting up this wallet, it got a little bit soured in that I run a de-Googled device. So I don't have the standard Android Google Play Store on my phone. I use a version of it called the Aurora Store. And I use a service called Micro G, which emulates the Google Play services in the background. It made it a little bit more tricky to get things moving the way I needed it to. I had to, let me see, couple of additional steps that I had to go through. It did ultimately get working though. That's the bottom line, is that it ultimately got working. I set up a burner seed phrase, which it may be visible here in the video right now. I don't really care. I'm not going to use that again, but I felt obligated to get everything set up here. If that's paired to this device and there's only one seed phrase, well, then that's going to put me out, right? That's going to be bad luck for me. I think what's important when it comes to any kind of hardware wallet device is knowing that you can port your BIP39 seed phrase and you can generate the BIP44 wallets on Bitcoin or everything else. Use the BIP44 wallet standard for creating all kinds of HD wallets, right? Hierarchical deterministic wallet addresses across, the thousands of wallets that you may want to generate, even if it's on Ethereum, right? A lot of people will use their wallets, but the point is you want to have that flexibility. And having a BIP39 seed phrase helps you with that. Being able to import it helps you with that. Now, as you can see through the setup steps here, I can import that into the software, and then the Arculus card itself becomes a signing device that does the final authentication and allows me to finally sign a transaction. So if it didn't have that last bit there, if it was something where, like other wallets that I've reviewed, where you cannot import BIP39, there'd be a problem. But you can, and we got that straight from the horse's mouth at consensus, so it does work. But the initial setup for me was a little bit tricky when I was observing what I thought were best practices by having a de-Googled device. Be aware of that if you run a de-Googled device, something running Graphene OS or Calyx OS. It could be a little more tricky for you as well. Looking at their website just a little bit longer, it's really pretty great. They've got very good FAQ and a little breakdown here showing you that the form factor is simple, right? As a card style form factor, you can put it in a discrete place, hide it in some place in your wallet. It doesn't even have to be visible for the NFC scanning to work, right? It can just be somewhere in, like, the proximity is what matters, right? It can be somewhere in your wallet or in your pocket or sewn into a jacket or something. If you really got die hard, you could go to a surgeon and have a little flap of skin pulled off your back and reach your phone around behind yourself and you can scan it that way. I mean, don't go crazy, obviously. I know. Too late. You're watching Mind Your Biz, right? Too late. But the point is, you can put that card wherever it's most convenient for you, and you can just scan it. It doesn't have to be visible, but it is very portable. So I do appreciate the form factor. The ease of use of just scanning it is great, except that you get into the 3 factors of unlocking this thing. It is possible for somebody else to extract the information, right? What you know from your head, given enough time or persuasion, right? They can possibly do that to you. Superior security, no charge required. That's also true. Your phone does require charge, but the device itself does not. And then the view, store, and share NFTs. That's very important. Now, some of this is, this is maybe a little bit of a stacked deck. Obviously, you're going to want to use MetaMask or, say, Rabby Wallet with any of these solutions if you're on Ethereum anyway. But the live customer support is pretty darn cool. And I do see that the team is committed to being very, very supportive of this hardware, right? It's their freshman year out of the gate. Possibly, I apologize if I'm misspeaking, but it's their freshman attempt at bringing a product to market under this brand. And so they're very eager to make sure they get this right. And that was very apparent when I met their team in person. Guys, this is why Mind Your Biz, on Mind Your Biz, I try to go out of my way to meet with founders when I can, whenever possible, at trade shows like this, especially the ones that are putting security and privacy as the main objective in their projects, but also interview project founders directly. If you know of a project that does merit that kind of interview or review, please let me know. Please put me in touch with them. But in the meantime, I found that this team seemed very genuine. That's what I'm going to say about that. That seemed very genuine, and I'm not shocked that they're currently offering live support for their wallets to help bring new users on board. All right, that's pretty much the website, and as you've seen all of the unboxing footage, that's my experience with it in a nutshell. So, again, the bottom line question, is it any good? Well, yeah, it's very good. Is it simple enough for me to use with the coin networks that I use every day? Unfortunately for me, no. But for you, the answer could be yes. If you use Ethereum or EVM type networks on a regular basis, if you want to use Wallet Connect to unlock MetaMask for yourself, then the Arculus wallet will totally serve that purpose. So it can help you to do what you need to do on a day-to-day basis with your crypto portfolio. All right, I hope that's helpful for you. I don't have like a X stars out of 5 rating system, right? Or a number out of 10, right? 0 to 10 rating system or anything. I'm just going to say that I think that it is actually quite good. And for some people, it could be a much better solution because of the biometrics and the combination of biometrics and a PIN and a physical device, right? If that describes your needs where you need just a bit more security and you need a little less flexibility day to day, then maybe take a look. All right. Thank you for watching to the end. Thanks for hitting that thumbs up. Thank you for sharing this video with somebody who is considering looking at the Arculus wallet and asking themselves, has anybody, a little more nerdy reviewed this thing? I hope this has helped you. You're the reason I make this media. Remember, I love your face. Stay private and mind your biz. Thank Thanks for watching all the way to the end of the video. Remember to check out mineyour.biz, where you can sign up for Mine Your Biz Insiders, our occasional newsletter where we don't spam you, but we do send out occasional important information, including flash sales and important deals on privacy-preserving technology. This is one of the ways that we can talk to you without censorship and without the oversight of third-party media platforms. You can also check out the new Mine Your Biz phone, as well as merch, or sign up to become an affiliate for anything sold directly on the mineyour.biz website. You can earn a percentage of anything that we sell. Thanks for watching all the way to the end of the video. You're the reason I make this media. I love your face. Remember to stay private and mind your biz.